Hey, welcome to my Amygdala Bloodborne guide for Bloodborne. Gargantuan. I feel like I'm in terms of Demon Souls. Because I could go somewhere. It's just like significantly easier because you could just swipe every single person at the same time. And the bolt paper makes it significantly easier. So I'm fighting Amygdala in Bloodborne. He's one of my favorite bosses. I managed to see him near. So now that I defeated Rom the Vacuous Spider, I could head over to Yahar'gul because a new door opened up where I used the Tonsil Stone to get over to the lecture hall to level. So let's head over to Cathedral Ward. So again, this is the Cathedral Ward. If you run out to the left over there, you could look at Amygdala, like I mentioned, but let me continue. And you could also get the umbilical cord if you haven't defeated Rom, which I show you at this point of the video for my timeline. However, let me run up the staircase and go to the new door that opened. I'm going to fast forward here. So essentially in here, we have Amygdala. Hey, welcome to my part 5 video for Bloodborne. So real quick, I'm going to show you the Cathedral Ward. I'm going to show you where Amygdala behind me is at the Cathedral Ward. And I'm also going to show you where the umbilical cord was if you happen to get it before defeating Rom. You need to get 3 umbilical cords in order to fight the Moon Presence as an optional final boss. So I defeated Rom without getting the umbilical cord. But that's fine. I'm going to leave Amygdala here. You could go fight him at the lecture hall if you wanted to by teleporting there where I trained to fight Rom. But now that I defeated Rom, this doorway opens. So let's continue this way. And let's go to Yahar'gul to see the One Reborn. I want to see Amygdala near the One Reborn. I'm going to fight the One Reborn and then I'm going to fight Amygdala. So once you get to this area, you're going to run past Amygdala and the moon. You're gonna go here, and you're gonna make a left. Amygdala teleports right here. You get stuck on the staircase, but it's pretty easy to avoid them. We're gonna open up the shortcut for the elevator. So you got the ringing bell lady there, who you could defeat, and it defeats all the enemies. So right here, there's a hole in the wall. What you're gonna do is hop down to the right, hop down again, and run away from these enemies. You're not gonna go down that staircase. You're gonna head towards the moon. Okay. And you're gonna make a right here. And Amygdala teleports over here. So he shoots a laser beam at you. And if you stand on the left-hand side back here, you should be good. But up close, I need to be on the right-hand side. Okay? Shoots on the left. So I managed to dodge that. You got a huge chandelier in here. And this is where the Yahar'gul. So this is the Yahar'gul Cathedral. Oh, wow, so I just spawned in Yahar'gul in the Unseen Village. So there's a generator here. So let's grab that. So I got 2 bloodstone chunks. Okay. So here is Amygdala again. So Yahar'gul Unseen Village, obviously near the chandelier. If you run to the left, you can grab the 2 bloodstone chunks. But let me just run back up the staircase near where the laser is. And I'm gonna you could obviously just avoid it after the fact. It gives you a little bit of time. hop down to the left right here. And then you can mess up here, so you're just going to run straight ahead and fall into the cell. There we go. So I got the upper cathedral key after hopping down. Let's open this up and grab the chest in front of me. So here's the tiny Genitis. I think you need to have arcane, definitely more than level 18 in order to use it. You put it in the ground and it emits blue sparks. So I managed to get the upper cathedral key. Okay, so once you get here, essentially you're going to run to the left. Okay. So I hope those enemies don't respawn. So to get there, essentially from the chandelier, you run this way, and you're going to take out the gun dude, lock on, and press R1 twice, and then take the dogs out. So I auto withdrew blood vials from my inventory in the Hunter's Dream. My own custom made Hunter's Dream. Okay. So again, I'm at the Hypogean Gaol. I managed to defeat 2 of the enemies, and the game is crazy. Oh, here's a good spot. Drop one dude, knock the other 2 people back, create space. So the whip dude, he could hit you from pretty far, but I like to lock on a little bit. So let's back up. You have to like take your time to fight them. Now that I get rid of the close combat dude, I can take the one back. So, alright, so you can see Amygdala from over here as well. Got quite a few Amygdala sightings. So in this video, there are quite a few Amygdala sightings. Here are all of them, and from every angle. It also appears like there are 2 Amygdalas, by the way. Not just 1. Because at a certain point of the game, essentially what's happening is, like, you're in different kind of areas. So you kind of see where one thing ends and one thing begins. And, like, where the game is the game. So I'm 45 minutes into my recording. So essentially I have an hour and 10 minutes. So here's the teleport. So this is the elevator back to... You could hop off a little bit earlier to get to one of the bosses. So this elevator goes back to... I thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult. I guess this is where I had seen Amygdala. That I was just really impressed. And it just looked cooler than I had expected. So let's continue to the boss. Amygdala will be who I will fight after the One Reborn, because I like to look at him. And let's head straight ahead to the elevator. I like how the elevator automatically comes back up. What a nice feature. I don't know if you need to hop out. Alright, so let's run straight ahead to the boss. So the boss, you just run towards the moon at the bottom of the elevator. This looks so cool, dude. So I was pretty excited in Destiny 2 to do the Season of the Wish recently. They're gonna have the Warlord Ruins dungeon for the season as well. On December 1st at, I think, 12 p.m. EST. So I'm going to show Amygdala next, which is a really cool Bloodborne boss. And I was able to show off Riven in Destiny 2. And then Enzoth, I'm going to show him off in World of Warcraft Dragonflight in the Tears Fall Sound portal, which is located near the Seat of the Aspects on the right-hand side. Enzoth, for my Twitch channel, you could obviously, you have to do a specific quest line in order to fight him. Because there's a huge octopus Cthulhu statue in the northern area of Tears Fall Sound in World of Warcraft Dragonflight. So this is the One Reborn. He looks mad cool. Shortcut. Really no puzzles. So this leads back to where I just was. However, if you get back on the elevator and you face this way, you could hop off and get a shortcut to the boss. So what I'm going to be doing... So what you're going to do is you could hop in here and you can teleport to the boss. What's kind of cool is if you run outside, you could actually see Amygdala right there too. And his hands. Right next to the moon. So he has the smallest hands ever. So let's run in here and let's inspect the bath with X. It's a very interesting concept because you get to read some lore, and they say that the sky is the cosmos or the heavens, Hunter's dream inside the house, which is pretty funny because it's like, how do you not know that's there? I only knew it was there because of YouTube. So again, let's head over to the Cathedral Ward, which is after where you fought Gascoigne. Okay, so at the Cathedral Ward, what you're going to do is you're going to run straight. You're going to make a right. So this door opens after you fight the Bloodstarved Beast, and you're going to go onto the elevator. Instead of hopping off a little bit early, grabbing an item, you're going to continue straight, and you can use your key. You have to like run up a little bit. So let's run by all these people. And go and open up the upper cathedral. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a right here. Climb the ladder. Okay. So once you climb the ladder, you're going to make a right. Go straight ahead. And past the dude wearing the werewolf mask and use the upper cathedral key. He's just memeing. He's not actually a werewolf. So, right here, you can defeat this enemy and grab an item. No. Alright, so let's continue up this way. I've never been to the upper cathedral before, but it has optional bosses. And I'm hoping the One Reborn. The upper cathedral has pretty views. I don't know if the One Reborn coming out of the moon, if that changes anything, but we'll find out, as I'll return to this area a little bit later. We have the Jabberwockies here. They went just full Japanese on me. Like, you only know one dancing group that's Japanese. Like, okay. Like, that's not funny though. Like, yeah. I don't have any funny dancing skills. My brother recorded all of the dances at his wedding, so in like 10K camera. So, like the first like 3 years of Christmas, like we would just watch like their monologue about their wedding. Like him and his wife, they'd just be sitting there and like I never knew that like and we would just watch it. Like I haven't watched it yet, but I saw key moments. So let's continue on to the High Cathedral, and let's continue to look up. I know a lot of other people, they don't look up. but I will look up, okay? So, Bloodborne Castle in my house. I have the 2 libraries in my house. I own the library. This was like the game that they created to like... It's like, you have no friends. It's like, what do you mean? Like, no, you seriously have no friends. And they are gamers, but like they aren't real. Okay? It's like, what do you mean? It's like, no, they're straight up not real. Okay, so, whoa. Like once ever. I'm buying Starbucks like that. So, run down the staircase and you make a quick left. Dodge the werewolves. And then use the wall to your advantage. So they're unable to get in here. It's too small. They big. So this guy doesn't drop bloodstone chunks the second time. I'm just gonna run by this dude, tap X, and climb the ladder. There's no chance to get it. Okay? You can't even climb ladders. Get this one out. Got the double grab. Dodge grab. So I got the orphanage key. Use the post to my advantage. So let's open the door right here. Okay, so there's, I don't know, here's the dude from Barnes & Noble. So this is the dude from Barnes & Noble, okay? I went to Barnes & Noble hundreds of times. My parents would return books for no reason to used bookstores as well. I have a really good Barnes & Noble near my house, right next to my movie theater. It has a Starbucks in it with the cookies, obviously. So, I guess I'll talk to this guy. I gotta make contact. And... oh, I thought he had fire in his hands. Okay. So let's open up this door over here, which leads back to where I was. Okay. So the werewolves are still here, but I'm gonna go open up the orphanage key with the bolt paper. So here we go. The hunter axe is so good. Look how much damage it does. Oh, he shoots at you a little bit. So let's go open up the orphanage door at the bottom of the staircase. It's slightly annoying, but not really. Okay, so I got some frenzied cold blood, and now I can open up the gate that I just showed you before. Perfect. So let's check out the moon here real quick, and obviously the gate is opening right to where that lamp was. So let's take the shortcut over to the boss. I can't believe I've never seen this area before. Isn't that crazy? Whoa. So this area looks pretty cool. Just a massive bridge. Like meeting me, I wouldn't even... oh, the Celestial Emissary. Right here. Like meeting me, I personally wouldn't even... Alright, so I'm getting chased. I'm not sure which one's the boss. Looks like none of them. Like, how do you know which one the boss is? So, did you know that each of the Silent Hills has, like, a UFO special ending? Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill Origin, because he takes damage when you hit him. So the main Celestial Emissary, he just spawned out of the ground, and he looks like the EA Sports big. Dude. So essentially, he could one-tap you. So you need to make sure you don't get one-tapped by him. Let me go heal up, because I ran out of wallpaper. So you don't want to go way too far away. I get chased by a couple of buildings. So when the tentacles come out, I think you need to run away from him, because he can one-tap you. So let's back up here on the other side of the pillar. Take out all the little guys. Nice, dude. When he lifts up his head, he's like, does like the Yarnum thing. I've never fought him before in my life. So let's use some fire paper here and just go for R2. I don't know if you should lock on. I'm just gonna not lock on to him. Let's go over here. I'm gonna press down on the D-pad, take out my Molotov cocktail, and press square. Let's dodge his spit. Molotov at him. They'll look like Tails from the Crypt dude just popped up, so I'm gonna throw some more Molotovs at him. Maintain health. Looks like the Molotovs are coming in clutch. There we go. Hit another Molotov. Perfect throw. What a good fight, dude. This is... There's like blood flying. Alright, so I'm gonna use my fire paper, and let's head back over here. He's chasing me. So let me heal up. I actually tried to go live on YouTube. But you have to wait one day after enabling it. So let's go over here and hold R2. Oh wow, that did a lot of damage. I knocked him on the floor. So it looks like hitting him right in his heart right here does a lot of damage. So let's continue hitting him. Let me heal up to max. I don't know why it doesn't. Alright, let's get away from him because he's like dropping oil all over. So it does a little bit more damage with the fire paper. All these spells keep getting past at me. I feel like the Tower Knight Demon Souls is significantly richer and more of a rich experience. I really like what they've done with the series, personally. And I'm excited to play games like Blue Long and Final Fantasy 16. Maybe Dragon's Dogma 2. Spartan boss, like Torsa or something. And obviously the new Lords of the Fallen too. Like the new Lords of the Fallen 2, it has really cool bosses in it. People did beat it very rapidly, but it actually looks very good. So I managed to get the yellow backbone from the boss. Let's go level up and fight Amygdala. Nice, dude. Yeah, the One Reborn is super easy. So it looks like once you run through the forest, it's just a straight run through every single boss. And it was already a straight run through all the bosses. I happen to know that you get teleported to that thunder boss pretty early on. So that like fills in the gap of being bored.
Very well, let me.
So let's channel our blood echoes. And Amygdala. I feel like vitality is pretty important probably. So this is my level for Amygdala. So Amygdala is at the 4th tombstone in the lecture building, which I showed you how to unlock by running to the right of Vicar Amelia. And with the tonsil stone that you got from the forest area, which I also showed you how to get in video 4, obviously he teleports you to the lecture building, which I used to train to beat Rom, which obviously you want to make sure that you get the 3 umbilical cords and not beat Rom before you get the umbilical cords. So let's continue straight, unlock this door, and head over to the Amygdala boss fight, which obviously you need the sedatives for, okay? Because the frenzy, obviously you could use the student uniform or the charred armor, and you'll be good. So this looks exactly the same as the PS4. Personally, I think it looks better on my TV than it does on my PC. So I know exactly how to run over here. It's not that difficult. It's like a 4-minute run, and you can run by everybody. You have to run through a swamp and head up a little hill, and you're right next to him. So let's run past all these people. I hope I can do it. I should be able to. I don't know if I need antidotes for the swamp, but I possibly do. Yeah, I need antidotes for the swamp. So run through the swamp, and you have to watch out for the dude who throws the bolters at you. He's right there. Let's knock this dude out. He looks like the Troll Hunters movie. It's by a Swedish first-person camera people that I saw on Netflix in 2012. So right here, you need to be a little bit careful. You need to take out your sedative, because when you run near this thing, it kills you with frenzy, slowly. So take your sedative and continue onwards. Notice how your frenzy goes down. Use your sedative, which you collected from the lecture hall from the students. Use your sedative, keep running, and that's how you get to Amygdala without dying, because it kills you immediately if you don't have a sedative. So let's use another sedative. There's only so many you could have, so it like forces you to level. Okay, dude. So I'm gonna go fight Amygdala. Let me use my fire paper. Here we go, dude. So yeah. So I'm fighting Amygdala in Bloodborne. He's one of my favorite bosses. I managed to see him near the One Reborn. Quite a few areas. You get to read about like the cosmos and how like, the sky represents all of Bloodborne. So his laser is kind of powerful, but you're able to stab him in the head if you can stun him. I think it breaks off one of his arms in the second form. So I was level 83 the first time I bought him. So let's knock him on the floor, I guess. Yes. His arms do the most damage. His legs do like 0 damage. So let's use more fire paper. Hit his armor a bit. It looks way less cool. I feel like everyone's at my house, and like I just showed them my Bloodborne castle, like in real life, next to my Dark Souls 3 castle, next to my library, and like they didn't think it was cool. Alright, I missed his head. He like rips off his arm, and his model looks like a little bit different. It looks like a huge mango. Obviously, mangoes are good in the northeast of the United States. I'm a huge fan of mango. Hit him in the arm again. He has like 0. Thanks to my wounds, I have extra blood vials. I have 24 instead of 20, which makes it a little bit easier. So I can hold R, I can tap R2. It does quite a bit of damage compared to his arms. His hands. So let me dodge that and think that causes poisoning. You could use an antidote. Oh, wow. Tap R2, put him on again. Guys, I've been watching my Dark Cloud video and my game strategy guides. So I showed you the Dark Fusion boss. He was a really cool last boss as well. I wasn't a fan of Dark Cloud too, but I mean, it was like playing Dragon Ball Z back in the day. That guy looks like Boo. Oh, he ripped off his arms. So, I may not get landed on by dodging. Give me his hands. Back up a little bit. You have to heal quite a bit here. If you guys ever played Gears of War, you're getting some Gears of War 2 one boss where you chainsaw its heart, and you get to run inside with all the blood and stuff. Oh, so I beat Umbilical. Nice. Gears of War 2. Nice, I got that in full recording too. So I got the Ailing Lauren Chalice. I got that all in one video. That's crazy. The extra runes really help. I guess let me open up my strategy book since it's right here. Let me see where Amygdala is. I don't know why I couldn't beat Rom, dude, back in the day. Like, Rom was ridiculous. Dark Souls 3 is still just as hard. Like, they didn't adjust the difficulty. Alright, so I never fought Scourge. I guess maybe he was in Heroes of War. I don't think I fought Scourge. They don't have like a book of a glossary or whatever. This is just like my training menu. I own so many of the different strategy guides. Oh, wow, I just opened up to the Amygdala page. Is that crazy? What are the chances? So, there's Amygdala in my strategy book, who I just beat, and he's on page 125. Wait. So, Amygdala is on page 125 of the strategy. Amygdala is, there's two Amygdalas. Really? Oh my god. Amygdala is, oh my god, look at Amygdala over here, dude. Optionally fight Amygdala in the lecture hall if I wanted to by using sedatives to escape frenzy. But I'm gonna leave him there so I could view him on my way to go fight the One Reborn. So this is obviously the Cathedral after Father Gascoigne. So let's head over to, now that it's kind of cool is if you run outside, you could actually see Amygdala right there too. And his hands right next to the moon. So my main goal here is to go to Yahar'gul, go to Yahar'gul Chapel. At the Yahar'gul Chapel, go back up the staircase, take that shortcut, get the upper cathedral key. Hey, welcome to my part 5 video for Bloodborne. So real quick, I'm going to show you the Cathedral ward. I'm going to show you where Amygdala behind me is at the Cathedral ward. And I'm also going to show you where the umbilical cord was if you happen to get it before defeating Rom. You need to get 3 umbilical cords in order to fight the moon presence as an optional final boss. So I defeated Rom without getting the umbilical cord. But that's fine. I'm going to leave Amygdala here. You could go fight him at the lecture hall if you wanted to by teleporting there where I trained to fight Rom. But now that I defeated Rom, this doorway opens. So let's continue this way. So, alright, so you can see Amygdala from over here as well. Got quite a few Amygdala sightings. So in this video, there are quite a few Amygdala sightings. Here are all of them, and from every angle. So I just logged into Bloodborne on the PS5, so I'm going to load my game. Obviously it has my save files from my PS4 automatically,